Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Those of you that have been tuning in lately, or those of you that have been tuning in at all, know that I do a lot of reviews on vape products as I get them. And that's just, I guess it's just a hobby of mine to be able to talk about them, be able to put my opinion out there and give you guys a little bit of insight on, because I mean, let's face it, you go out there and you spend 50, 60, 100, 200 bucks on a mod, you might want to get someone's opinion, like, hey man, is this a good mod? Yeah. Is this any good? I mean, who in their right mind is going to spend $100, $200 without having some amount of insight or some opinion on it first? I don't think anybody just drops $100, $200 like, nah, it's all right, it's an impulse buy. So, if you were watching any of my previous videos, you know that I've been looking for a pocket mod, something small, something easy to use, and something as a backup for my bigger mod, because I've always had at least one bigger mod. I started off with the Kangertech Sub-Bod C. Those of you that know, the Kangertech Sub-Bod C was the cousin to the Smok, was it the Pen 22? Yeah, the V22 pen that later evolved into the V8 stick, Smok Stick V8. So, and I've been looking for a pocket mod, something small, something easy to use, something that would take the, I wouldn't say take the place, but something that I could use while my bigger mods are charging, because most bigger mods take between 6 and 10 hours to charge, sometimes long, or well, I wouldn't say sometimes longer, but because my Smok Stick takes about 3 hours to charge. My Devilkin took between 4 and 6 hours to charge. That's a long time to do without nicotine. And I've had my eyes on this particular mod for about a month, and the other night I had the money to get it, and my wife was like, you know what, you bust your ass for your money, get what you want. So, ladies and gentlemen, I got the Smok Mico. Now, Smok has already made 5 or 6 pocket mods. They have the Infinix, they have the the Infinix is like the Jewel. They have the Novo, the Nord, the X-Force, which the X-Force is another mod I've been looking into. I think it's a little bit bigger than the Mico, which, by the way, the Mico is tiny. This is the only color that they had at the time. This is not the color I wanted. But nonetheless, it still works the same. Color is just a cosmetic thing. I still think it looks great. So whenever you purchase your starter kit, this thing was $35, I think it was. I reckon the price tag was on the wrapper when I took it off. It's a vacuum sealed wrapper. Everything is sealed up when you first get it, and it's really nice. See right here on the cover, you get some of the more important specifications. You come with 2 pods. It does not specify they are different pods, but yes, they are different pods. A Luderon mesh. Those of you that have been paying attention to vaping community and different things that are going on in as far as vaping is concerned, there is a new type of coil they have now that gives out more vapor and it burns up less frequently. It's called a mesh coil, and I'll let me know in the comments if you guys want me to do a coil video explaining the different types of coils. Because I realized I did that almost a year ago, and the video that I did was very horrible because I really didn't know what I was doing. But I'm a little bit more educated now. So if you guys want to know the difference in coils, just hit that comment section, let me know. It comes with a lanyard, because guys, when it comes with a lanyard, do not throw that lanyard away. Unless you do not have kids and unless you do not have pets. Unless you live the perfect life and you know exactly where you put everything. Because this thing is so small, if you do not put a lanyard around it, you're going to lose it. So, slide that off. And there's the actual size of the mod right there, ladies and gentlemen. It comes with 2 pods. I've already filled up both pods. One pod is actually in the Mico. And just for reference, any of you that's been vaping for more than 5 minutes, you know how big a 60 milliliter bottle is. So yeah, this thing is, when I say this thing is tiny, it is tiny. But I love it. I mean, despite the fact that it's small, I love it. Getting on down in here, the starter kit comes with your charger cable. There's the color I wanted, by the way, Prism Blue. Tell me, that thing is not beautiful. Anyways, I don't know why just that particular color blue just drew me to it, but at the time I didn't have the money to get it. They come in like 7 different colors, but like I said, they all function the same. So despite the fact that I got the Prism Gold Mico, I'm still very, very happy with it. I'm a very thoroughly satisfied customer. Thank you, Smok Tech. Here's the lanyard that it comes with, and of course it is embroidered up and down with the name brand Smok. Pretty well built. It's not. I personally would prefer a flat lanyard, but I mean a round lanyard, that's perfectly fine too. You have your adjustable slider deal here. Why this slider is here, I have no idea. But those of you that remember the Sony Walkmans, where you could adjust, you know, where it came apart and where it came together. But so here's the mod itself. For its size, it's actually pretty heavy. Now, of course, it's not all that heavy because this thing is small enough. You could lose it. You could lay it exactly where you know where it's at, and you could lose it. The mouthpiece. Now, the entire contraption the entire pod comes out, and that is what you replace. There is no handling of coils. There is, excuse me. There's no handling of coils, no changing mouthpieces, none of that good jazz. So if you get fluid on you, either A, it's faulty, defective, the coil's not sealing properly, or you're pulling fluid, whatever the case may be, or B, you just don't know what you're doing. I mean, it's a very, very user-friendly interface as far as PodMod's concerned. You have your little black tab on the side there. You just dig in and kind of pop it up. The hole there is wide enough that you can use the old school glass bottles, or you can use a unicorn or gorilla bottle. And filling it up is pretty stinking easy. You know, you turn it on its side here, and there's no air pockets, there's no nothing there to stop it from filling up all the way. So once you have it filled up all the way, this is actually a Nick Salt that I'm using. This is the regular coil, which is your standard metal filament. I believe it's a stainless filament. Mesh coils are slightly different. Like I said, if you guys want to know the difference in coils, those of you that are curious, hit me up in that comment section. There is no there's no locking mechanism in here. Darling, there's no locking mechanism in here. Thank goodness my recorder has a pause mode on it. Sorry about that, guys. What was I saying? Oh yeah, there is no locking mechanism down in here. Let me look right quick. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, if you look between the two gold prongs there's a little black piece. I don't know how well you can see it. Let me see if I can turn my torch on right quick. Yeah, there you go. Now you can really see it. The little black piece in the middle, not only is it a screw to hold the cover to the prongs in place, I believe that black piece is also the magnet. Or it might be an air hole. I don't know. But it only has two contacts. You remember my Aspire, the Aspire Sprite had 3 contacts. Why the third one, I have no idea. The mouthpiece, the contour of it is very, very user-friendly, very comfortable. But that black screw there is magnetic. So once you put your pod in, once you get your pod filled and you're ready to put it in, you look, I'm not holding it at all. And I'll do it one more time for those of you that maybe. And once that magnet has it, it's in there. I mean, it is in there. Right here you have your little viewport window. And you guys can see on the reflection right here, I know, that is a very, very smooth finish. I mean, this thing is, whoever when they painted it and when they put it together, they took a lot of care into the way this thing looks. Like I say, I love it. I haven't even had to charge it yet, and I've been using it for like 3 days now, off and on, but still. But you pop your pod in there, and once it's in there, it is in there. Now, unlike other pocket mods I've used, this thing is draw activated. and right here on the side is the power switch. Hit your power switch and your little blinky light is going to flash at you, letting you know you have power. And as you draw on it, the light has different color codes telling you good battery, half charge, less than, I believe, less than 15%. But anyway, whenever you guys get, if you do decide to get one, it'll tell you in the manual. Like I say, every time that you get a new product, I don't care how long you've been vaping, every time you get a new product, take 30 seconds, just kind of flip through the manual. Alright, just because there might be something in there you have no idea about. There might be a new feature, because they're starting to integrate smart technology into vaping, which vaping is a form of technology. It's a form of smart technology, I guess you would say. But they're starting to integrate certain memory cores, certain smart technologies into vape products. I've seen some vape devices that have Bluetooth speakers built in. I've seen some vape devices that actually can use Wi-Fi, and while you're vaping, it's like a touch screen or whatever, and you can do different things like a smartwatch. And I mean, it's amazing to me, the advances in technology. And those of you that are old enough to remember and have been vaping long enough to remember, 8 or 10 years ago when the Blue came out with their first e-cig, everybody was laughing at the idea. You know, everybody thought that it would be a very short-lived thing. And here we are today with vaping being a very successful part of the market. Go get your water, baby.
Just drink all of that.
Not all of it. So all in all, I am very happy with the Smok Mico. The Mico is a pocket mod, or pod mod, whichever you want to call it. It's an AIO system, built-in battery. Like I say, it's draw activated. So even if you leave the power switch, on, the chances of it coming on, in your pocket and burning out the coil is very slim. Now, like I say, with it utilizing fully utilizing the pod system. Some pod systems still use coils. This one fully utilizes the pod system. Once it burns out, once it's no good, you throw the whole pod away and replace it. There is no handling fluid at all. You do not have to touch the coil. You do not have to touch the fluid. It's a very, like I say, very user-friendly interface. It's a very comfortable feel. It's smaller than a credit card, guys. I don't have any kind of cards that are credit card size that I could put on public media without giving out some kind of information I'm not comfortable with. So, okay. Once again, how to utilize my pause button. My good friend and now roommate has just brought me one of her cards that has absolutely no value to it. So those of you that are hackers and manage to get something out of this, good luck.
The only thing they're going to get is points from a casino.
Oh yeah, it's a point reward system for a casino. So this is the size of a regular credit card. This is the Mico. So you guys can see this thing. Like I said, when you get the lanyard, use it. This thing is tiny, and unless you have the perfect life with no kids or no pets, you will misplace this thing if you do not use the lanyard. I usually put the lanyard around like this and just, keep it around my neck. So, like I said, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but the Mico runs for between $30 and $35. I have seen the Mico online for $26, $28. So you're going to spend about the same price on the Mico as you would other pocket mods. My Aspire Sprite was $28. The Aspire Breeze, I believe, goes for between $26 and $32. So, I mean, it's like pick your poison. You're going to be spending the same price regardless where you go. Like I say, I'm happy with the Mico. I like it. It's my favorite part about the Mico is the fact that I don't have to handle a coil. Once it's done, you toss the entire pod, get you another pod, and you're good to go. So if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Turn your notification bell on. You'll get notified every time I upload a new video. You got something on your mind? You got something, maybe something that I missed? Maybe you have a Mico. Let me know what you think about it. If you have a different pocket mod, if you have the Breeze, if you have the Nord, the Novo, the Fix, the Jewel, whatever the case may be, hit that comment section. I love reading my comments, guys. But what?
One of the videos you should do a Q&A.
If you guys would like, and I've been thinking about it for a while, but with only 30 subscribers, I don't know how that would turn out. And that's at present. I have 30. Maybe in a few years, you guys will tune back in and be like, 30 subscribers, dude, you got 500 subscribers. I wish. Anyways,
As of recording the video right now, you were 30.
So yeah, guys, hit that comment section. Let me know what you think. What's on your mind? Hit that notification. Hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell if you're new here. And if you like videos like this, every time I get a new mod, I try to do a review on it. To date, the only mod I think I have not done a review on is my Kangertech K-Box. And the reason being is because the first one I had was stolen before I could do a review. The second one I have is a very cheap clone and very defective. So,
That being said,
that
punch the like button in the face like a boss!
I do not copy Jacksepticeye. I used to watch Jacksepticeye quite a bit until he said a few things that I find offensive, and I'm not going to get in detail about that.
It's only offensive because you're white. Well, he's... let me rephrase that. It's only offensive because you're American, and he's Irish, but you shouldn't really be concerned of what you find offensive about his own fucking country!
I am what I am. Anyways, guys,
A retard?
I'm running on 16, 17 minutes here, and 4 minutes of that is just me jaw-jacking. So hit that subscribe button, turn your notification bell on. If you like what I do, hit that like button. And please, I encourage you, if you hit a dislike for whatever reason, leave me a comment. Let me know what you didn't like. And anything whatsoever, whether it's a brain fart, a legitimate question, or an actual thought on the video. Hit that comment section. Like I say, I love reading my comments. I love getting feedback from the people that watch my videos. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen,